Welcome everybody back to the channel. All right, here we are again on Marketplace. Sunrise era, 100-mile radius, searching for trucks and cars and trucks for between the price of $300 and $1,500. All right, let's jump right into it. Okay, right away. Again, we're keeping our search below 1,500. As tempting as that 2002 Nissan Sentra for $1,800 might be, we're going to leave that alone. So right away, we're going to jump to the 2004 Windstar for $1,400. The Windstar, this was a vehicle back in the day that I liked as a people mover. All right, let's look at the big picture. Okay, right away, we're seeing a design that's right out of the 90s, notwithstanding the age or the year this was built. This design is straight out of the 90s. These type of seats, these kind of heavily padded seats, even the color. Yeah. Okay, seems as if the back seats were removed, possibly for some cargo duty. These vehicles are really very articulate in how their seats can be arranged. Very, very useful. Yeah, it looks like a pretty sound vehicle. I mean, I don't see anything jumping out at me. I don't see any flags. I mean, your typical Ford front wheel drive type of thing. Probably has a 3800 or a 3-liter V6 of some kind. All right, let's have a look at the description and see what's going on. Let's look at the translation. All right, 2000 Ford Windstar van, everything works, cold air, clean title, few miles, cash price $1,400. Right, it's not telling us much about the engine, but it's a standard Ford fare. $1,400, 2000 model. Yeah, why not? All right, scroll. Oh, 1996 Nissan Altima for $1,200. Okay, this is not an Altima. That's the first thing. This is a Maxima. Okay, but let's look at the big picture. Okay, so far so good. These Maximas were pretty cool. All right, they were good cars. They were they were a lot of car for the money then, and they're a lot of car for the money now. I like them. I always liked them. The previous generation was an awesome machine as well. Perhaps a little bit overhyped, calling itself the four-door sports car. But it had a live axle rear, and I don't know. Yeah, but it was a nice vehicle back then, and it remains a nice vehicle to this day. All right, let's look at the description. 1996 Nissan Maxima automatic transmission, runs and drives, needs a tune-up or cold AC, clean title, in hand, 130,000 miles. I doubt this is 130,000. Maybe 230,000. That's believable. Maybe more. But okay, 1,200 seems a little steep for 1996. I don't expect to give him half of that really, but yeah, I like it. Not at that price, but I like it. All right, scrolling. Okay, here's a 2005 Toyota Solara for $1,500. Let's look at the big picture. Okay, the Solara. This is effectively a convertible Camry. Has everything Camry mechanicals underneath. The top was actually converted by, I believe it was American Sunroof Company. This is a world-renowned coach builder. They did the roofs on the Saab 900 convertibles back in the 80s. They did a number of different, the Celica convertible for Toyota back in the day. They did a number of work, and their engineering prowess was really, really impressive. If you look at the Saab 900 turbo back in the day, it was an excellent. They did everything. They engineered everything. Saab basically just turned over the car to them and said, "Hey." But anyway, we're talking about the Solara here, and this looks relatively straight. Seems to have had some front end issues here, but hey, let's see, for $1,500, it might be worth something. Let's look at the description. Of course, we want a translation. God. All right, so it says, the transmission is bad. It's 2005 Toyota Solara. Okay, for $1,500, 2005. I would try to knock something off here, maybe at $200 or $300. Transmission shouldn't be too hard to find. All right, scrolling, 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 scrolling. Okay. Interesting. All right, let's continue to scroll down. Scroll down. Looking for something interesting. 1996 Chevrolet Impala for 850. I want to be look at this to disprove that it's actually 850. There's no way this car is going for $850. All right, let's look at the big picture. There's only one picture, singular. All right, let's look at the description. Like new. I'm having my doubts here, guys. Especially in today's market, this vehicle is a hot item, 850. I'm not too sure about that, so I'm going to move along. Okay, I'm going to move along. And this Camry here for 11, not going to go there. We're not going to be fooled by that today. Not today. Okay. All right, 2004 Hyundai Elantra for 1400. This is entirely believable. Let's look at the big picture. Okay. All right, the engine has been cleaned up somewhat. I don't like to see this, guys. I really don't like to see when the engine is cleaned up, because when this happens, we can't see any oil leaks. Now, guys, oil leaks are not necessarily a bad thing, okay? It's a point of negotiation, admittedly. But, if you're honest with someone, you're absolutely honest, it's not going to be necessarily a deterrent. Okay, it's just be honest, be clean and straight. You say, look, we've got an oil leak here. Hey, whatever. Price that into the car, because people like to haggle. People like to, haggle. So don't say, oh, you already took off something for that. No, put your price on there and let the person say, hey, look, because of that, I'm taking off $100. Let the person feel like they're getting a bargain, or that that they've done something. People like that. It's selling and buying cars is it's a psychological issue. You have to be able to play the game. All right. So yeah, this is not a bad looking machine. Not a bad looking machine at all. Let's see what the description says. 2400 Elantra, clean title, 4-cylinder, cold AC, power window, and law, car run and drive. Good tires, new battery, 1400. 2004. Okay, I can buy that for $1. Yeah, not bad at all. All right, scrolling. See, this guy's not gonna fall for this anymore. No way, no how. Moving on. All right, here's a 2005 Hyundai Elantra for possibly 1500. Let's look at it and see if it really is this. All right, let's look at the big picture. Okay, the hatchback Elantra. A lot of these were GT models that had leather seats, and it was kind of nice and kind of cool. This isn't. I don't think this is a GT model, because it has the wheel covers, the hubcaps. But the hatchback is definitely something that I would consider, because it's a little bit more practical than the sedan. Admittedly, not as attractive in my opinion. But hey, this looks like a pretty straight car. It bothers me that there's only one hubcap missing here, or rather, there's a hubcap missing there. But it looks okay. I like the color. I'm not a huge red fan, but a good red is always a good thing. All right, let's look at the description. Clean, tight in hand, no issues, ready to go. All right, 1500, 2005. Yeah, I'd probably talk something off just for the heck of it. Not bad though, not bad. All right, 1996 Toyota Camry for 1300. All right, let's look at the big picture. All right, now these Camrys, as I've said before, when they came out, I thought they were absolutely wonderful. I thought they were the best thing since sliced bread. They have proven themselves to be abundantly reliable, like every other Toyota, or most of the Toyotas out there. Yeah. So let's see what the description says. Great for a first car. Run good. Good AC car. Can be shown all Sunday and Monday if still available. All right, 1300, 1996. I would feel a little better if it was a V6 for 1300. But yeah. Interesting. All right, let's scrolling. Scrolling. Trying to find something interesting here, guys. Oh, look at this. 2008 Suzuki SX4 for $1,200. Let's look at it. Now let's look at the big picture. Now, these Suzukis were not particularly popular in the United States, as most Suzukis tended to be. But these little things had some equipment. Okay, these guys had four-wheel disc brakes, and they had some pretty decent engines. Not too sure about the transmissions, how they held up. I really haven't heard anything major bad about them. I just don't have any data on it. But I mean, I would buy this, not for $1,200, really. I mean, because here's the thing. Suzuki cars aren't sold in the United States anymore, so finding someone to work on them is not really a huge issue, because guess what? You're gonna buy a Suzuki right now because it's disposable, so you're not really looking at any major work to be done on it. Any work that can be done, you probably can do in your driveway. But the problem is part supply and convenience in obtaining parts. I mean, hey, places like Jamaica and Bahamas and these places, they have good dealership networks for Suzuki, because Suzuki's a pretty popular car in these places. But getting those parts, whether from Europe, Japan, or even Jamaica or somewhere like that in the Caribbean, could prove a little inconvenient. That's my only problem. That being said, let's look at the description. Great daily driver, has minor oil leaks, cold AC, low miles. Is my grandmother's car. She only drove to the grocery store. She can't drive anymore. Need gone ASAP. Moving 1,000 or best of a clean title in hand. See, perfect. $1,000 our best offer. This person is a motivated seller. Okay. This, guys, is potentially a $700 or $800 car. It has some oil leaks, which means usually the topic of a gasket, something like that. Easy. Okay, order it online, see what happens. It might take you a couple of days to get, but hey, that's not something that's going to stop this car from running. You know what I'm saying? So if you're looking for a disposable car, this might be it. $700 or $800. Hey, look, I would get this myself, honestly speaking. All right, but hey, guys, listen. Thanks for watching. And, as usual, if you like what's going on, like, share, subscribe. Hey, I'll see you guys soon.